What's up, everybody? What is up? Good morning. Sorry, just making sure I've got everything happening here. All right, cool. I think we are rolling. Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning. And just making sure my audio is working. All right, cool. What's up, Instagram as well? What's up, YouTube? So today we are doing a score reveal for the SAT. I tried to do this yesterday, and I had to. The score wasn't out yet. Now my score is definitely out. I got an email from the College Board, so ready to roll. As I sort of mentioned yesterday, I don't know if you saw the other video, but all I said I said I wanted to say a couple things. So, somebody's putting some comment on. Okay, so all I wanted to say is that, and I'll repeat myself. Sorry, I'm a little tired. I just woke up. All I wanted to say is that this test was hard. The math portion was very, very difficult, in my opinion. I thought it was the hardest I've ever seen. I think some people agree, some people might disagree, but that was my opinion of seeing this material and taking quite a lot of these practice tests and knowing it pretty well. I thought it was tough. So, and the verbal, I have no idea. All bets are off. That was a hard verbal as well. That being said, let's see what it is. Okay. Now it's funny because I'm not in school anymore. It does not technically matter so much for me, but I do get nervous still. And I hope this. Well, let's just see what it is. Let's stop talking. Okay, here we go. So on Instagram, if you want to actually see the score and as opposed to just seeing my reaction, you can go to my YouTube channel, go to YouTube, search for Scalar Learning, and you can actually watch the live stream there. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Let me have another sip of this. Yes! All right, sweet. I got it perfect on the math. I got all 800. Verbal, whatever, 750. So here you can see what I got Instagram. If I can show it to you there. Oops, looks like it's backwards. Hold on. I don't know why it's doing that. But whatever, 750 and 800. All right, cool. Got that perfect. So let's now take a look. Now, let's see if that means I got every question right. Do I have any tips on how to stop making careless mistakes? I mean that that is my challenge with every single student. In general, I can give you some little micro tips, and then I can give you a general tip. Micro tips are for the numbers in the problems. Either underline them or write them down as you're reading. So I'll generally be reading and I see a number, boom, I put it down. See another number, put it down, etc. So that usually helps me so I don't miss anything. Another thing I do is what's it called? If we're talking about a calculator section, make sure to double check your work with the calculator and make sure you're not making any mistakes with those computations. But if you, the big tip, the general tip is practice. If you practice a ton, that's how I'm able to get an 800 over and over and over. With like I'll show you in a second. If we look at like my last few scores. Where can I see it here? I don't know if it'll show it. Anyways, but if you look at all my scores, I've taken it 4 times as a tutor, right? And 3 of those 4 I got an 800. One time I got a 790 or something, or whatever. I got one question wrong. So I'm pretty much getting an 800 every time. That's from a lot of practice. So that's how my and I used to make careless mistakes too. I have not gotten a 1600. That's a bummer. I'm really hoping to, but I need to prep for the verbal part, and I haven't really yet because I just don't have time, but I want to, and I want to try and see if I can do it and bridge that gap. Because I usually get around a 750 on the verbal. I'm really happy with that 750 because that verbal and that reading was really difficult, so I had no idea what I was going to get. Let's see. You made careless mistakes on your test. Test wasn't hard, but because of my careless mistakes, yeah. Your highest score. I mean, I think this is it. 1550. I think I got a 50. Yeah, I think this is my highest or tied with my highest. I think I got a 760 on the verbal ones. And that time I got a 790. So let's see. Next time I take Math 2. Oh, you guys took the Math 2. I haven't taken the Math 2 yet. Okay, so let's go through this score report here, and yeah, keep the questions coming as I check this out. So let's take a look at the. Let's see the verbal real quick. Oh, wow. That's crazy. I thought I crushed the writing and language, and I thought I got rocked on the reading. So I was thinking I was going to expect that I got everything right on writing and language because I felt so confident about that. The reading, I was like, what's going on? Those passages were super difficult, but that's not true. I only got 2 wrong on the reading. I think that's the best I've ever done on the reading. Math, boom, I knocked them all out, so I got them all right. That's great. Let's see if we can find the curve here. Look at this. This kind of lists all the topics. This is interesting. Okay, so I must have gotten an evidence question wrong. Expression of ideas wrong. All right. Let's go to the test questions. Let's check this out. Let's see what I got wrong on the reading. Okay, so here's the reading section. Okay, let's see this one. Oh, wait. Darn it. I got this. I thought I did pretty good on this. There was this economics passage, Milton Friedman, all this stuff. It was the double passage. It was really hard. Oh, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Oh, no. Wait. This was a difficult. Oh. This was difficult. Let me think about this one. Line 13. What did I say? Your income is. Oh, wait, what was it? Line 13. Sorry. It would coincide with other. Of course, we have something to say about how much of our income is spent on the behalf. Maybe it's in the second bit. The ballot. Wait, where is this line that they're talking about? Huh. Where does it say ballots? Hold on. This is not 23, this is 24. Ballot produces. Huh. That's weird. Okay. I don't know. The ballot produces. Oh, now I remember. Conformity without unanimity. The marketplace unanimity without conformity. I still felt like that was right. Oh, this is so hard. Okay, I this one I still. Yeah, the contrast is between the marketplace and voting, or you know, I guess that's what they're saying. I don't know. I don't like that. I still feel like it. I don't know. All right, that was tough. Let's see the other one I got wrong. I got all of these right. I'm very proud of myself on the reading. 4 wrong in a 750. 4 questions wrong on 750. That's kind of harsh. Seems like a harsh curve for the verbal. Okay, let's see. Based on the following passage, so which one did I? Which of the third line is to describe methods. Third. I don't remember this question. Can't remember. Oof. Yeah, I remember this passage roughly. I remember this plastic stuff that they were talking about, but I can't remember the details of why I selected that. All right, whatever. That's a bummer. Let's look at writing and language. So I got 2 questions wrong here. Let's see what they were. Ugh. I felt so confident on this one. Okay, I got number 7 wrong. Let's see this. The writer's considering deleting the underlined portion, adjusting the punctuation. Should the underlined portion be kept or deleted? What did I put? Let's see if I can. So it said it should be deleted. I said it should be deleted. Oh, I remember I was going back and forth on this one. This one I was confused. I was not sure. And yeah, what is this here? Yeah, him leaving. I was so sure. Okay, yeah. I remember that. He walked out of the gallery. And so they're saying it should have been kept because it provides a supporting detail of the abrupt nature of his action. I was really on the fence. So it was like basically this artist, and he did this crazy painting and whatever, and it was out of the blue, and he made these modifications, and then they have this random line. Then, without a word, he left. He has been here and fired a gun, Constable remarked. The gas scene turns last-minute addition. So I thought it was so out of place. I was like, oh, that... I went back and forth, but eventually I said it should be deleted. I guess that was wrong. And then let's go back to 16, the other one I got wrong. At least these are ones... No. No, I got a punctuation question wrong. Oh, God, that's really bad. These blue light waves are the same by artificial sources of light. That was supposed to stay there? Oh, because it was a list. Light, particularly... No, that's crazy. All right. So I think the rationale is that I said that this should be gone. Hey, Miriam, thank you. I thought that should go because it just seemed like overkill. I think what they're saying is because you didn't, particularly computer screens to watch television and cell phones, I thought, hey, it doesn't need it. It's okay to take it out. So I believe I chose. Oh, I said no change. It wasn't no change. Wait, how the heck did I say no change? Yeah, because my instinct is to get rid of that thing. We didn't need that colon. I don't know. All right, that's just bad. All right, so oops. So that is like my instinct, I guess. That makes more sense now, but I don't know why I did that. Okay. Well, that is interesting. Cool. I'm pretty happy. 800 on the math, though. That's the one I care about. Both of these should be all good. Boom, boom, boom. So here's the question that I thought was the hardest. I'll show you guys now. I still remember. You got a 1400. That's awesome. I don't know which number was the trapezoid one. I'm not sure. This is the one that I thought was the hardest. 36. This one was crazy. What T20s for 1490? Yeah, I think so. I think you, as long as your GPA is good and everything else is in good shape, yeah. You know, total distance in meters. Yeah, this one was crazy. I'd never seen a problem like this. This one you had to derive. Ugh. You had to derive an actual quadratic, which I hadn't seen before in a free response, so that was pretty crazy. But I was pretty sure I got it right. And then there was another one. Here, I'll show you another one where that I was not sure, but it looks like I got it right. Where is it? If I can find it. It was I think it was 3, because I know it was a data analysis question. No, it wasn't this one. Let's see if I can find it. Problem solving in real data. May have been this analysis. It was an early question. Hold on, let's see if I can see it. No, where was it? I thought I remember it being early. Like this one messed me up because it was relatively early on, and I was like, man, this one. Pfft. So I'm glad yo, Yash, what's wrong with you? No, I'm not high. I just woke up. It's early. Why? Why would you ask such an idiotic question? Okay, residents of a town were surveyed so to determine whether they are satisfied with concession stand at the local park. A random sample of 200, so, blah, 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 whatever. We've got this 87, hold on, let me just, okay. So then it says of all town residents, 87% would say they are satisfied with the concession stand at the local park. So it's saying, hey, we got 87% said they're satisfied, right, at the survey. So they said of all the town residents, 87% would say that they are satisfied. If another random sample, 87% would say that they are satisfied. Okay, so it's talking about another random sample as possibly happening in that would it'd be exactly 87%. It's saying exactly 87% of the whole thing would be right on. So it's saying which of the following must be true. And this really tripped me up because it was either going to be neither or both, right? And because if one's going to be true, probably the other's going to be true. And I was like, well, if it's a perfectly random sample, I guess, though you can never be exactly 100% sure. But I'm saying, are they talking about it in a perfect bubble where it's an exactly perfect predictive random sample? I'm like, it's too definitive. So eventually I went back and forth, and then I finally chose neither, and it must have been right. So yeah, that one really threw me off. And then there was another one. It was a later question. Must have been in the 20s. Let's see if I can find it. Maybe 25. No. That one was okay. This one was hard too. So in this one, we had the results of two random samples. The samples were selected from the same population. Margins of error were calculated. Which of the following could be the most appropriate reason for the margin of error difference? Okay. In this case, I'm telling you, these are the ones that I thought were the most difficult for me. The only thing that made sense is if you're going to have a different margin of error. I hadn't thought about this exactly. I hadn't been like, okay, margin of error correlates to sample size. I didn't think that. But then I was like, well, what would make sense? I was like, well, of course, the margin of error has to decrease as the sample size increases, right? Like if your sample size is the entire population, there should be no margin of error. If it's half, then it should be some margin of error. If it gets 10%, well, wait a minute, then the margin of error should technically be bigger because you're taking a smaller percentage. So once I realized that, I was like, oh, okay, then that makes sense. Then sample A must have had a smaller sample size because there's a bigger margin of error, and the percentages are kind of irrelevant, and that was it. All right, so those are the ones that really tripped me up. Let me see. I'm bad at SAT. Well, if you're bad or you quote unquote think you're bad, you need to practice. That's all it's about. Is why I'm blasting out these 800s because I practice like a beast, and by virtue of what I do for a living, trying to be the best, and how many of these I've taken, and so on and so forth. And by the way, there's levels to this. For example, and this is a testament of what practice can do. For example, I can pull these scores off in less than the time, right? Like this test was especially hard in the math, so I didn't have tons of time, but I'm still finishing 15 minutes early, 20 minutes early, like on the no calculator, maybe 10 minutes or 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, somewhere in that zone early on the no calculator. I couldn't do that in high school. So you walk through. Look, in the English, I have an English tutor now that I recently hired. That's amazing, and she's the one that's going to be making more English videos. But those will be coming. We're working out the details right now to get more of that stuff for you guys. I can't international. I don't know why you guys can't get QAS report. That sucks. What's up, Jaman? I got a 790 on math and a 660 on reading. That's a great score. 1450, phenomenal score. $200 people, 87%. It can't be possible for all the people, right? What do you mean, Dora Lalia? Can you explain what you mean by that? Which one's the trapezoid? It was one of the later calculator questions. Okay, let's see if I can find it. Trapezoid. I am assuming it's some sort of a geometry problem. Okay, let me see if I can find it. Was it a free response? Do you remember? Yeah, Devrat J. Ryan. That's so funny. Yeah, you're welcome with the help. Devrat says I look like a New Zealand actor named J. Ryan, which is pretty funny. I looked him up. It's kind of true, sort of. I think there's a resemblance. Okay, let's see if I can find the trapezoid question. This one. Okay. I remember this roughly. So the graphic designer is creating a logo for a company. The logo is shown in the figure above. The logo is in the shape of a trapezoid and consists of 3 congruent equilateral triangles. If the perimeter of the logo is 20 centimeters. Okay, so first of all, if these are equilateral triangles, so then all these sides outside are equal. So now it says the perimeter is 20. So there's how many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 sides. Well, if the perimeter is 20, that means that it's 20 divided by 5. Each side is 4. So it's 4, 4, 4. Okay, so we have that information. What is the combined area of the shaded region square of the shaded region? So then what I did is, what did I do? Did I calculate? I think you can just calculate the area of one of these triangles, and then yeah. Just so look, we have shaded regions. Actually, it doesn't even matter. All these sides are 4. Okay. I don't remember if I did it like I must have done it like this. So then I said, hey, how do we get the area of this equilateral triangle? Well, the nice thing about equilateral, there's a formula, but I'm not going to memorize it. So the way you do it is you drop a what's it called, an altitude, and then you can calculate the altitude, because when I drop the altitude's equilateral, this little side just becomes 2, right? Because I'm splitting it in half. So now I have a right triangle. It ends up being a 30, 60, 90, but it doesn't even matter because you can use Pythagorean's theorem if you don't remember that. But if you do remember that, then the height is 2 root 3. So now I can calculate the area of this triangle. It's 1/2 base times height. So 1/2, the base is 4, and the height is 2, root 3. So then it's 8 root 3. Half of that is 4 root 3. So one triangle is 4 root 3, and then to get 2 triangles, we double that, and it should be 8 root 3. Boom, 8 root 3. Okay? Hope that makes sense on that one. Yeah, so Arsenal X, there it is. Yeah, usually the internationals are different, and there's usually a different curve and everything. There, right? Yes. How much you got? You guys have some very impressive scores. Can you go back to that question about the mean of A and B combined? Yeah. Well, if you can tell me the number, I can do it. I don't know. Was it after 28 or before? Richard, are you applying? So are you applying this year or next year? What's up, Instagram? I'm going through the SAT right now, Insta, so if you want to go to my YouTube channel. Is after? Okay, let's see if I can find it. The mean. Oh, shoot. The mean of A and B combined. I don't know. Oh, this one? Oh, yeah. Okay. So you want 39, I think. The mean of the scores of Group A is 5. Oh, I think I think what people got wrong on this is they're just like, oh, it's just 6. Because they're like, oh, you take the this one's 5, this one's 7, add them together, divide by 2, but you can't do that because they have different amounts. So what you have to do is you need to calculate the mean of each. Forget about calculating. You have to add up all the values for both and then just calculate the mean, divide by 20. So it's like 2, 5, right? Because it's 1 times 2, 1 times 3. 2 times 4 is 8. So 2, 3, which is 5, plus 8 is 13. 18, 20, 18 plus 18 is 36. Plus 9 is 45. So the total from group 1 is 40, from group A is 45, and then this is 20, 32, plus 16 is 48, 57, 67, 77. 77, and then you add them together, 2, 11, 12, and then it's 122 divided by 20. Oops. So this is 6. So it's 6.1. Let's see. Yeah, 6.1. That's it. No, 6.5 is incorrect. It was 6.1. Oh, sweet. Thanks, Devrat. Yeah. October was supposed to be my last try senior, and the reading part did me dirty. Yeah, the reading was super hard. My tips for reading. I've got a video. Let me find it, and I'll post it here. There's a bunch of tips for both the reading and grammar section. Here it is. Oh, my computer's glitching. Okay. Where is it? Here we go. So that is there's the link I just put for the English video if you guys want to check it out with some good tips. All right, so what is my score? Let's go back to my score if you want to see that. So I'm about to wrap it up, and I have to get in the shower and get ready for the day because I got a tutor all day today. Where is my score? Here it is. So it's 1550, and I got an 800 on the math, which is awesome, and then I got a 750 on the verbal. So yeah, if you want me to solve the October International, I just need to, if you can get it, just send it to me, please, and I'll solve it. So just find it. My email is huzefa@scalarlearning.com. I'll knock it out. You're very welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining. This was fun. As always, I like doing these videos. They're pretty fun. like interacting with all you guys as I do it, answering questions. Definitely keep sending me questions if you have more. Like I said, I try to do my best to respond to all the comments. Maybe, sometimes within a day, sometimes within a couple days, but I'll make sure to get to them eventually. So keep the comments coming. If you found this video fun, you liked it, you thought it was cool, whatever, please click that like button. Really, really appreciate it. And if you want to see more from the Scalar Learning channel, of course, you're welcome to subscribe. And thank you. Thank you guys so much. And I will see you all next time. Take it easy. Oh.